For some, Rudy Ludwinka is a dark stain on the media landscape. For others, he embodies everything that is celebrity, and just like the name, he is as rude as it gets. In the early 90s, Rudy was on top of the world, in bed with celebrities while raking in millions in the tanning business. But the light that burns twice as bright also burns half as long, and nobody's light in Hollywood has burned as brightly as Rudy Ludwinka's. In the next hour, we'll track the rise and fall of the man who gave us a glimpse of all the good that could be accomplished by fame. And we'll also sneak a peek at Rudy in the throes of Hollywood excess, in his darkest hour. This is the story of Rudy Ludwinka, the E! True Hollywood Story. Rudy's journey began in 1991 when he was turned on to the idea of revolutionizing the tanning industry. With a box of LED lights and a dream, he reinvented the tanning bed and sold it to the world. Tanning of America CEO, Luther Starr.
Rudy was huge. He was bigger than huge. He reinvented the whole industry, period.
With his invention of the LED tanning bed, Rudy opened his first salon, Sunnyside's Tanning. It was an overnight windfall. As the skin baked, the money poured in. Quickly, he built his business on the bronze backs of celebrity clients. In just 6 months after opening his first tanning salon, he rocketed to the top of the industry. Exhausted from the business, he toyed with the idea of retirement until he got his first taste of the paparazzi, when in 1991, Golden Skin magazine crowned him Golden Boy of the Year. Basking in the glow of the media, Rudy began to trade the secure warmth of his artificial sunlight for the Hollywood media spotlight. Childhood friend, Nicholas Pacemaker.
That was an amazing time. Watching Rudy just really come into full bloom. Every time he walked into a club, it was just, you know, people came out of nowhere. People would jump out from behind curtains just to take his picture.
Hypnotized by the spotlight, he was running with fast friends and even faster celebrities. Rudy, with his money and newfound fame, hit the Hollywood party circuit hard. Some say too hard.
You know, he loved to dance on tables. That was just kind of to get the party started. But Rudy invented the term media whore. He's crazy. He's absolutely crazy.
For Rudy, partying wasn't an opportunity to relax. It became his new full-time job. Rudy began modeling, and along with his high-octane behavior at parties, he grabbed headlines and became tabloid gold. It wasn't long before Rudy was the it name at high-class parties, gala events, and benefits. But under the bronze veneer, Rudy was near exhaustion and began peeling on the inside. Although the public couldn't get enough of Rudy and his bad boy lifestyle, he began to take heat from the critics who were claiming that his fame was as fake as the tans he sold. Senior celebritas for Sparkle magazine, Taylor Fitch.
Well, I mean, we're all in awe of him, right? Rudy, he's a genius. Don't get me wrong, he's a genius. But aside from doing parties, what has he really done?
Rudy's PR people shifted into overdrive and booked him on virtually every talk show and TV guest spot they could find. He even lent his voice for a character based on himself in the long-running animated series The Simpsons. While the PR machine was driving the public's perception in the right direction, Rudy soon found he was running out of gas. Suffering from press overexposure, Rudy took a much-needed break from the spotlight. 5 months later, he re-emerged with the release of his techno album, Genlock, produced by fellow bad boy, Tommy Lee.
I knew that we would do something. I didn't know it would ever be like this. Ever.
The album cruised up the charts and became a worldwide phenomenon. And in August 1996, knocked TLC's Crazy Sexy Cool in the #1 spot. Rudy was in the fast lane with the runaway success of Genlock. But the spoils of stardom were too much to resist. Within a year, Rudy's dreams of having a long and successful recording career were over. Coming up, Rudy goes from riding high to running on empty. Media darling Rudy Ludwinka went from suntan sensation to music superstar in under 4 years. But Rudy made sure that his music success did little to affect his appetite for the party circuit. Friends say that it was this excessive partying that ended his music career.
I was really concerned about what was happening in the studio and the drugs and the alcohol and the influence and, the constant flood of babes and that sort of thing. But you know what? I left numerous messages with his secretary.
In February of 1996, Rudy released his sophomore album, Rude. It failed to register on any of the music charts. Rudy was devastated. The album's failure was seen as vindication for critics who had been saying for years that Rudy has no business in show business. When the May 1997 issue of Vanity Fair hit newsstands, the cover story begged the question, how come Rudy sucked so hard? For Rudy, it was déjà vu all over again. Desperate for the limelight, Rudy appeared in a slew of forgettable straight-to-video films. One film, Analog Days, caught the attention of adult film producer Sid Griesberg.
Well, Rudy was great. I mean, as we all know, he's great with his hands. Guy always has a toolbox with him. He's such a pimp when it comes to the ladies. I mean, he's got that minivan, it's got those double doors.
In a pathetic attempt to support his topsy-turvy lifestyle, Rudy accepted Sid Griesberg's offer. 3 weeks later, the triple X-rated I'm Here to Fix the Cable was released. The public was stunned. Rudy hit rock bottom and his dreams of Hollywood gold were quickly turning into rust. Desperate to put his life on track, Rudy turned to an unlikely source in an attempt to climb back to the top. Party. The gamble paid off, and Rudy turned his life around by becoming the life of the party. Billing himself out as the party must-have, he was re-embraced by both press and public who were thirsty for what would turn out to be Rudy's true calling. Now, back where he belongs and with a new attitude on life, he's backed off the bravado to let the party speak for itself.